So you can see here how I'm slowly putting it together. I've got some pieces of plywood that are 4 feet. That's why I've got those there. So when I put the piece of plywood over, I'll probably get 2 pieces of full sheets afterwards to put on top. So I'm gonna put a double, so it'll be a 1.5 inch thick, the actual surface, working surface. You can kind of see how I'm putting it together. I got to go get a 12-footer to put right across the front face. I actually don't have anything that's 12 feet even out of the scraps that I have here. So I'll go get that, and then you can kind of see how it's going to go together. I think I'll put a foot to the ground right here, a foot to the ground at the other end, and maybe at these spots here I'm going to angle down to the wall. We'll see how it fits. I don't know. I've got a pretty big compressor there, so I might actually do it differently. Just put a single or a double piece right in the middle down to the ground, or we'll see. But yeah, it's come along nicely. One thing Sammy's doing out here is making a fire pit with the dogs here, so she's digging it out, throwing it in the back of the Rhino. But yeah, she found some scrap. Okay, hop right in there, Poochie. She found some scrap rocks out back of the property there, and they look pretty nice to make a little fire pit, so we'll put a little fire pit around here and it'll be pretty nice. She's gonna go get some gravel, more stone, fill her all in. It's gonna look good. Hey, Winnie, what do you think, big guy? Are you happy? Hey, you happy? Oh, Brownie, you happy too? Well, looks like Sammy's got her fire pit going. Hey, Sammy?
Yep.
Looking pretty good. I think it'll be a perfect size fire pit. 1 meter diameter. She's pretty dry. Probably shouldn't be having a fire right now, but we got the hose. It's right there, so you can always pull it out and have it ready to go. Right, Sam? Looking good though. We got a lot of scrap to burn in the garage there, I think, so I could start chopping it and cutting it up. Hey, Browning? Hey, Winnie? Okay, you guys see how the bench is working there now. It's looking pretty good. So it's 18 inches wide, the bench, and it's about 40 inches high. I'm 6'4", so this is actually a pretty good working height for me to work on stuff. I do have another bench there that'll be more of a standard size bench, and I'll put that over in the corner over here. So that way you'll have more of like a 3-foot bench to work off of as well. But yeah, it looks pretty good. Oh, I stopped by Home Depot today and there was a sale on the Jigsaw and the M12 batteries. So loose altogether, if you were to buy the kit, it would cost more than these 2 batteries in this, and you don't even get a battery like that in the kit. So it's a pretty good deal. It's going to go good with the M18 fuel, so should be pretty handy. I looked at the M18 Jigsaw and I thought it was a little too big. just a little ridiculous. This is the right size for a jigsaw, so. Yeah, so it actually came with a little single. It's funny they didn't say that on the box. And there's the size of the jigsaw. Looks pretty good. When I was at Home Depot, I actually picked up this Ryobi jigsaw kit too, so pretty handy. Looks to be a perfect match, so. Well, coming to give you guys a little update on the garage. My batteries died the other day there while I was working. So if you take a look now, I've actually got her kind of cleaned up. The bench, kind of cleaned out the center here. I mean, it's still a mess. I pushed everything over to that side to work on, burned a bunch of the old scrap wood. I've got 2 benches, old benches set up in here to work at. Lots of junk still to get rid of. Right now I'm getting ready to put a new shelf the length of the wall up there. Get it ready to go. Kind of laid out some boards to kind of get some ideas. This is some old wood. See what I can do, but it's starting to shape up. Some next stuff I'm gonna do then is finish this shelving. Then I'm actually gonna clean this entire area out to prep this floor for some concrete paint. I picked up some paint from Home Depot the other day there, bare epoxy, 1-part epoxy concrete paint. I'll get it ready to go. Maybe through this week I'll work on it bit by bit to get her up and running. Oh, one thing I did here is I put some caster wheels on this compressor so I can move it around a lot easier. Not that I'm really ever gonna move it, but just handy if you gotta move it around. You're not throwing your back out. But that's that. 2 dogs are all wiped right now. I took them for a rip to the back with the ATV. We went to put out some apples and stuff like that yesterday. But not too shabby. It's coming together. Well, it's a dreary October day, 1 week till rifle season. And because it's such a dreary day, I'm gonna work out on my garage instead of going back into the bush here and having some fun. But since the last time I was taking some videos of the bench install, I actually installed quite a bit more of the bench here now along this side of the wall. See, I moved this this little cabinet over here. Now we've got the whole bench installed here. You kind of get a good view of the bench. Put a shelf up top here to put my stuff on. So kind of getting this bench all installed. I've got a little bit more work to do with the bench. I got another Milwaukee pack out. There was a big deal on it at a local store, Ottawa Fastener Supply here in Ottawa, tax-free. So I picked that up, not for me. I'm actually going to give that to my brother for Christmas. Might be handy. He's into the trades. But yeah, today my goal is to continue working on here in the garage while it's raining. We can't really do too much outside. And I'm going to start by trying to clean this up a little more. My dad said he was going to come over and we might pull this electrical down from where it is and kind of work on it, move it to a more appropriate location on top of the railings or on top of the rafters, and take it out of the wall here so I can take down this last remaining wall from the old garage build and basically kind of finalize the garage, getting it ready to actually put some ceiling insulation, vapor barrier in, and then ultimately putting the drywall up on the ceiling. But I would start with just doing strapping and vapor barrier and throwing all these extra pieces of insulation in here. Maybe today I'll take down the last remaining roof section that the guy had in the other place, just take that down and save all that insulation up top here and use it once I get the vapor barrier in. But I don't know, we'll see what we can do. I bought a 2x12 piece of lumber here to take this old crane hoist here. I'm actually going to put it right in the web right here and lift it up essentially 11.5 inches across the top right through here, and that'll be where I'll put the hoist. So I'll take that little timer out of there and put the hoist there. So that might be what I'll do, but let's start by cleaning this place up. And maybe later today I'll skin these 3 deer heads out, and then maybe boil them and just make European mounts. None of them are trophy bucks, but still fun. They're good stories. One's a roadkill, one's the first deer ever taken on this property by my brother, and one, the little spike horn there with the yellow tag on it, that's Samantha's first buck she ever shot at hunt camp last year. So we froze the head for the year, and we'll clean it all up and go from there. Right on. So, you gonna help us out, Winnie, today? Hey, you gonna help us out? Sit. Winnie, sit. Shake a paw. Good boy.